Hey everybody, welcome back to the kitchen. Maggie here. Today we're making something fun. To me, cooking's all fun no matter what you're making, but this is fun. We're going to do a dessert. We're going to do almond shortbread cookies. They're to die for. They're kind of like a not super sweet sugar cookie, I guess would be the best way I could describe it. They're overly simplistic and probably, I would bet if you do any cooking at all, you have every ingredient in this recipe except maybe the almond flour or almond meal, depending on the term you want to put on it. If you don't cook a lot of paleo or bake a lot of stuff, you may not have that. You can run to a store, grab some of that, and the rest of this is easy. Powdered sugar, yes, you can get organic powdered sugar. Butter, vanilla, salt. I mean, it's super, super simple. And it's also a recipe that you can easily, did I say vanilla extract? I don't think I did. I'm trying to think of the ingredients I was running through my head. Whoops. But anyway, you can change it up. You can do a couple of drops of lemon essential oil and have like a lemony sugar cookie, or orange essential oil, or lime, any of those that you like. Just a couple of drops will give it a nice citrusy kind of flavor. You could stick a few chocolate chips in there if you wanted to. Make it kind of a chocolatey shortbread cookie. So there's lots of ways that you can change this. If you have any, oh, my brain just left. If you have any little, oh, good Lord, decoratory things that go on cookies. I cannot think of the word. Anyway, if you have any of those, you can sprinkle on top. It'd be a good thing to make with kids because it's fun, it's easy, it's quick, they're tasty. The hubs was kind of excited. He is a cookie monster. He likes desserts of any kind except really a cake, but he loves some cookies so much. So anyway, I'll hush. We'll flip this. Oh, one other thing. If you need to bring dessert for like your kids' school, whatever class thing, you know, they always tag team parents bring different things. This is a great one because it's basic. Some people may not like different flavors or whatever. And there's no eggs, there's no gluten. So, and it does have the butter, but you could use a dairy-free butter easily. That's how I do it at the restaurant. These are going to have the real deal butter. But you can serve just about anybody with these cookies. So anyway, I'll hush, flip the camera around. I had to switch it all around again because the sun, I think, is about 3 feet off the Earth's surface. It's like 98 degrees out there. It's ridiculous. It's very, very, very hot and bright. So I'll get switched around and we'll get these babies made and pop them in the oven, and they take no time. So stay tuned. Okay, so I cheated a tiny bit. I've already got my 3 cups of almond flour in my bowl. I mean, I didn't figure y'all needed to watch me measure 3 cups of almond flour. So that's that, 3 cups of almond flour. Now we're gonna add a half a cup and 1 tablespoon of softened butter. I got my butter a little more than softened. I mean, most of it was soft because I leave my butter sitting out on my counter. Hopefully that doesn't freak anybody out, but I'm all about some soft room temperature butter. So I had most of it that way, but not all of it. So I had to melt a little extra and I went a little overboard, unfortunately. Okay, and then this is my tablespoon. So a half a cup and 1 tablespoon of softened butter. You don't really want it as liquidy as I've got this, but it's not the end of the world. It's not going to hurt anything, but soft is better. Then we're going to do a half a cup and a tablespoon of powdered sugar. So since my half cup measure now has butter all in it, I'm using my 1/4 cup. Sorry, didn't mean to gong y'all. Just want to make sure everything was out of there. All right, so there's my half cup, and then here is my 1 tablespoon. Okay, then we need a half a teaspoon, and of course I thought I got that out. Oh, yep, here it is back here. We need a half teaspoon of salt. If you have a coarse salt, which I do, I don't know if that's going to show up But anyway, mine is a coarse salt. If you have a fine salt, you only want to use a 1/4 teaspoon, and it'll make a difference. And then 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract. And I got my homemade vanilla extract here. There's a half. Oops, 1, and I'm dribbling down the side of the jar. Whoops. And a half. Got a little cray-cray there. All right, and then we're just gonna mix this around. You can put it in a mixer. I don't bother. I just do it this way with a fork for a while, and then I'll get a gloved hand and get in there and get it mixed up really, really well. It's gonna make a nice, tacky kind of dough. And then we wanna roll out little 1-inch balls. I mean, you can do them as big as you want. I just like the cookies about that big. So I do little 1-inch balls. You can do it larger if you'd like. Make sure if you have little lumps in your powdered sugar, like I have right there, that you break those up, which is one reason I like to get my hands into it, because it's easy to find those and break them up. But I don't want almond meal all under my fingernails, so I will use my glove. All right. So you can just grab those little guys and mash them up. So we'll mix this up real good. These are pretty dang tasty, y'all. Like I said, they're a simple cookie, but they just have a really nice flavor. All right, and see, once it's like that, where it's gonna hold together, and you're sure you don't have any more lumps, like I just found a couple, and you don't have any dry ingredients sitting in the bottom of your bowl, then you're ready to go and make your little balls. Now you want to set these, I don't know, 1.5-ish to 2 inches apart on the cookie sheet. They'll spread a little bit, not a tremendous amount, but they will a little bit. But once we get the little balls on there, we're going to mash them down. You know how you used to make peanut butter cookies? I really need this glove in my other hand now. See, I've got this kind of handy dandy little scooper thing that then you push that down. Oh, look at that. Is that cool or what? I mean, you know, $5 at Walmart or, I don't know, Amazon. I don't know where I got it because I don't shop either of those places anymore, but I've had this for a really long time. And that's all we're going to do is just put the little balls on the little cookie sheet about that far apart. So I'm going to finish doing this. I'm not going to make y'all watch me because it's real exciting. But then I'll come back and show you the next step. And then we pop them in the oven. And that's all there is to it, y'all. You can whip these out in no time. Okay, so I've got 18 little balls on here. Usually this will make, you know, 20-ish cookies. I must have done these a little smaller. But, you know, flexible, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whoops, didn't mean to pick that one up. I don't know if you ever made peanut butter cookies or ever make peanut butter cookies. We used to make them all the time when I was a kid. I can eat me some peanut butter now. But that's how you did them. You just kind of do this, and then, I don't know if you see, oh yeah, you can see the water. Just dipping my fork in the water just to keep it from sticking to the cookies. You can also dip it in the powdered sugar. I've done that. Just anything to keep your fork from sticking. But, you know, less is more when it comes to a bunch of sugar, so. And we're going to do this. And then these will go in the oven. They literally, whoops, didn't wet that one. You see what it did? Cook for 6 minutes on 350. And then they need to cool about 10 minutes before you take them off the pan. And that's it, y'all. Almond shortbread cookies. Super easy, super yum. Everybody likes them because they're just kind of a classic little cookie. Nothing real particular. Nobody goes, I don't like raisins, or chocolate's not my favorite, or whatever. They're yum. And like I mentioned, I got 18, and if I have any dough fall off like that, I'll just throw it back in my bowl. I still have probably, I don't know, 6 or 8 cookies left in that bowl that'll go in round 2. I didn't get a big enough cookie sheet. But I'm going to pop this in the oven, and then I'll show you what they look like when I come back. Okay, here we go. Almond shortbread cookies. Whoops, I bumped the camera. Yummy. They smell amazing. I just pulled these out of the oven. Now, I will say, doing them at home, it took a few extra minutes. My oven at the restaurant is just an inferno. But, so you'll have to, which I typically do anyway, anytime I do a recipe for the first time in either oven, I'll shave a few minutes off and check it to see, because ovens are different. God, they're all different. It's very infuriating. But anyway, this is what was left. What is that? 2, 4, 6, 7 cookies. So I splashed a tiny bit of lemon oil in there, and I'm gonna pop these in the oven. So we'll have a few little lemony ones and then our classic ones. So y'all give this a shot. Almond shortbread cookies, the quickest thing to throw together if you have company. You know, you want to do something with your kids. And sprinkles was the word I was trying to think of earlier. Wowzer, having a brain spasm there. But you can decorate them with little things and just, you know, a simple cookie, make it fun. So y'all give it a shot. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you here at the next video.